Peace, peace, peace. What is good, everybody? What's happening? What's happening? Thank you guys for joining me today. Glad to be here. Glad you are here with me. Thank y'all for joining me. Thank y'all. What's good to everybody in the chat? Ascending Infinite Goddess. What's happening? What's good? What's good? Lucy Sky. Yeah, people talking about my gray hairs. I am getting old. I am getting old. But thank you guys for joining me here. So this is different for me. I've done this training before within like Black Family Biz, like just like a private Zoom. However, I got the last time I did it, I got really good feedback from it. So I decided let me just go live on YouTube. And crazy enough, like I'm more comfortable going live than I am like pre-recording stuff. Like I think it's because me and my dad have been going live on our podcast forever. So I am, I'm here. I'm here. I decided to just go for it. I'm saying, let's just do it for the people, for everybody to see. And I think this training would help a lot of people get something tangible and get something like started. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So like I'm really took my time putting this together so you guys can really get something like for real out of it, so you can really get started with something. And if you know us, you know the pod, if you know me and my pops, we love supporting people who are on their way up. We love that whole journey, the hero's journey. We love supporting everybody. So here we are, the Black Family Biz. We're going to do this training piece to everybody in the chat. Yeah, I don't know if the gray hairs are noble. Maybe. I think I don't know. Maybe genetically. I don't know. I don't know if I want to blame him today. Not today. I'll blame him another day. But thank you guys. Thank you guys. So throughout this, I'm going to be dropping some links in the chat so you guys can download some free guides and stuff like that. I think it will help you. So if you are new here, how you doing? Hit the like button. If you are not, I appreciate it. And so this training, as you can see, the title is How to Build a Six-Figure Business with Your Family Without Sacrificing the Relationships with the Ones You Love. Okay, every time when we talk about me, my pops, mom and dad, when we talk about creating a family business, we always get crazy emails from people saying like, I would love to start something with my family, but I just can't get on the same page with people. I would love to do this, but like we just can't get along, or I'm worried that we will argue. I'm worried about fighting with each other. So I thought I would put this together to show you how we've been doing it. It was not easy. If you guys have been on this journey with us, it was not easy, and I'm going to share some things with you that have helped us out and that can help you out. You know what I'm saying? So peace to everybody. Melanin Review, peace, greetings all. Peace, no doubt. Thank y'all for joining me. Thank you. All right, so let's get started. So, who am I? If you are new here, if you're not new here, my name is Malcom. I was born in the Bronx. I graduated with my BA in history in 2015. If you listen to our podcast, we usually do like random trivia. So just remember this. I'm an author. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an author of the book Urban Excellence, Unveiling Extraordinary Stories by Everyday People. Okay, so we started Urban X in 2015. We have a YouTube channel with over 63,000 subs, over 15 million views total collectively since then. Our podcast has 1 million audio downloads, and peak rank, we've hit number 46 in the US in our category, so that was super dope. And yeah, so this is just to show you that know what I'm talking about. We know what we're doing. We know what we're talking about, and we've been doing this for a little while. All right. So the mission of Black Family Biz, the mission of this brand. So I started this website in 2022 with the mission to help families build businesses with family being the foundation. Now, my dream, right, is to help 1,000 Black families make 100,000 or more, so 100 million could be added to the Black community with family being the foundation. And I'll be honest, like it took me a while to kind of put that part together, but like it really resonated me. It made my skin, get goosebumps thinking about it, because I'm thinking like, can I do that? But it's something that I hold like really, really dear, because my family is my foundation. I love my family. I have a big family, and I always want them to win. And I know you guys want your families to win as well. So I just thought, like, let's not try to swing for the fences. Let's get on base and let's help as many people as I possibly can. All right. So the goal of this masterclass, though, okay? So I'm gonna show you a blueprint to building a six-figure online business with your family without falling out with your loved ones, okay? And I'm gonna show you a simple process and 3 secrets that'll help simplify this journey for your family business, all right? And at the end, I'm gonna issue you a challenge so you actually do something with the information and not let another year slip by where this is just a dream or an idea. It is May 1st already. Like, look how fast 2024 is already flying. It is May 1st. Like, it's crazy. So, how we got here. Quick backstory on how UrbanX came to be. In 2015, that was my last semester in college, and my pops, mom and dad, they called me and tell me that my dad's second book, Urban Culture Decoded, was finished and scheduled to come out that summer, right? So during one of my shifts, I used to work at Bloomingdale's in college. I encountered a lot of like wealthy people, right? And after striking up conversations with them, they all told me like they started a business or they sold the business or they created an app and sold it. It was all something around that, right? So that sparked an idea, and I thought like maybe I could start a business. And then I remembered I had just got up the phone with my pops. They had, and I remember they started an LLC for my pop's first book and back in 2005. And my pops just always wanted for us to run a business together, but like none of us, like me, none of my siblings had any real interest in business until we got older. So very grateful that they kept the LLC, and very grateful that they kept it going. Like even at the level that they were, but they did keep it going. So then that thought came to me like, what if I help run the business, right? So I called my pops. I said, yo, whatever you and T got going on with your book, I went in. And he was just like, he was like, his exact words was, I'm smiling ear to ear, finally. So I'm like, I bet. Okay. So the initial goal was to sell my dad's book, as I just said, right? But we went on, what was that? We went on 125th Street in Harlem, and then we realized there were no bookstores. There were barely any book vendors around anymore, right? So we had to change up our business model to fit an online market, right? So we tried a lot of different things at first, but we were just running in place, and our business was really just an expensive hobby. And if you've ever tried to run your hand at running a business, you probably are familiar with something like this. Like it's just costing you way more money than it's making you, and you just stop it at some point, right? So it wasn't until we figured out a few things that we were not only able to see results, but actually make some money. Okay? So the results. Now, disclaimer, right? We're on YouTube, and you guys know us. We're very private, but we're also very we're very just kind of we like to be humble. We do not like to brag. We do not like to put our business out there. And also, I want to make another disclaimer that this is over the entire duration of our business. Okay, are we good? All right, we good? Okay. So here are some numbers, right? 15 million views on YouTube. These are some numbers, some revenue numbers. These are some numbers, some sales, and some other numbers. Okay, it's not, like I said, I don't say this to brag. I don't say this to make it seem like we're smarter than anybody, that we know more than anybody. This came from a lot of trial and error, a lot of ups and downs, and everything in between. I'm just showing you this so you can see that we do know what we're talking about. We do know what we're doing, and that I am a reliable source. I'm not trying to be on some YouTube internet guru, because that's just not who we are. We're trying to give you everything, some practical stuff that you can really take and do with this. Okay. So how do we do it? So this is called, what I'm going to be going over in this Masterclass. This is called the FAAM method. So FAAM. And I came up with this. I tried to make a cool, a cool way for you guys to remember it. So FAM, family, you know, get it? No? Okay. But so I'm gonna show you exactly what this means. But when me and my pops and my mom and dad, when we sat back to think about how we were able to kind of, actually see some results, these were the 3 steps that we felt like we took that actually made a difference. And also, what I've done is when I'm talking to other people who have family businesses and who don't, you know, see any results, it's usually one of these 3 steps that they skip altogether, that they try or they just didn't do. Okay, so what does FAM mean? So the F is figure out roles, skills, and behaviors. A lot of times, family businesses, they don't even get past this step, let alone really trying to like make some money, right? Next step, attract an audience. How can you sell to nobody, right? I've spoken to so many people who have a nice website, have a nice product, and then I'm like, okay, well, who are you trying to sell to? And they go, well, I just thought people would find it. That's not how it works, right? So attract an audience. People skip this part, but it is very vital to the life of your business. And the last part is monetize. People try to skip straight to this part, and it rarely works out. Okay? Rarely works out. Okay? So figure out skills, roles, and behaviors, attract an audience, and monetize. FAAM. Now, in the description below, I have a free downloadable checklist that goes over this that you guys can go and just get. And I'm going to be talking more about this as we go along. So the F, figure out roles, skills, and behaviors. So you want to identify strengths and weaknesses using tools like the DISC assessment, and I'll talk about that a little bit more in a little bit. And understand different working styles and communication preferences within the family. So a lot of times miscommunication happens within like the family business settings because we know each other on, a personal level, right? You're my pops or my brother, my sister, my uncle, auntie, and stuff like that. And you know each other on that level, but a lot of times you don't know each other on a professional work level. And sometimes we could be completely different people in those kind of settings, right? So you know that book, The 5 Love Languages. There are work languages as well that if you don't know within each other, then you'll always be butting heads. And that's not which just within family businesses. There are corporate settings that give like DISC assessments that I'm about to talk about later as well, because people need to know who you're working with and you need to know how to communicate to actually get the job done, whatever that job may be. Okay, so you need to develop strategies to leverage each other's unique skills in the business. Okay, so if your niece or your nephew is really they're really good with tech, they're really good with editing videos or design or stuff like that, you want to put them in a position that helps them really flourish and helps the business overall. Attract an audience. All right, so you want to define your target audience based on the business's niche, however you want to say it, and family values. Okay, so you're going to have to utilize digital marketing strategies such as social media and content marketing to reach potential customers. And then you're going to need to engage with your audience consistently to build trust and establish authority. Build trust. Like you have to have an audience that trusts you, that know you won't just sell them anything, that know you won't scam them, that knows you won't just run off with their money if you reach out to them, if if you sell them something, or if they have a problem. You know what I mean? Urban X, like, we really pride ourselves in trying to provide the best customer service as possible. And that is for this reason. We want to build trust. My pop says this all the time. He says, we don't want your money, we want your business. And that's where I think a lot of not just family businesses, but businesses in general, especially within the Black community, we get a really bad rap for our community, for our customer service. And that's because we're not keeping the customer first, right? We just want the money. And you don't just want to make one-off sales. You want continuous business, right? And that's how your business grows. It doesn't just grow from one-off sales. So you want their business, not their money. And the M is for monetize. So identify and implement revenue streams that align with your business goals and audience needs. Right? So you want to offer products or services that solve problems or fulfill the desires of your audience. And like I said before, provide excellent customer service. Like big on that. Like do not, that's something that you cannot skimp out on. Like very, very big on that. So let's talk about this some more. So now while the FAAM method provides the, overall framework, the next part of this masterclass, I'm going to delve into 3 secrets that are essential for deeply implementing each aspect of this FAAM method in a way that yields tangible results. When you leave here, you're going to be able to just like literally get together with your family, watch this again, and actually put something together. That is my goal here. Okay, not just fluff, like just that is really my goal tonight. And at the end, I'll open it up for Q&A, and you can like let me know if you have any questions and stuff like that. So these 3 secrets are derived from my personal experiences over the past 8 years and have been fine-tuned to help families avoid common pitfalls and accelerate your success. So how do we put these together? So secret 1, the family formula, how to work harmoniously with family and friends, because sometimes friends are family, right? By identifying entrepreneurial styles and work behaviors. Secret 2, the one-click audience builder, how to effortlessly attract a large audience with just a few hours each week using advanced AI. Now, I don't want you to get nervous when you hear the word AI. I'm going to show you everything that you can use right now. Okay, right now. Sorry, get some water. And 3, the profit pathway, how to turn your audience into revenue with digital products, physical products, and services, and or services. Sorry about that. So, secret 1, the family formula, how to work harmoniously with family and friends by identifying entrepreneurial styles and work behaviors. So you need to define roles. When we first started, there were no roles. Everybody did everything. So as a result, we never built any real momentum. Everybody was just in the kind of free for all position, like just, try to make the business work, right? Try to do something, try to make some money. That's what the initial thing was with us. The only thing that we really had going with us was our consistency. Okay. So we showed up every week, Tuesdays at 6 p.m. That was our business/family meeting time. Okay. Those meetings built our consistency muscle. Okay. We talked strategy and we learned more about each other in the context of work. And as I said earlier, that we had to learn each other's work languages, not just, each other. Like I know my dad, I know I've known them all my life. I'm 30, I've known them 30 years. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't a thing, but we had to learn each other in the context of actually working together. Like how does, Mama Dot, what is the pace that she works at? How does Malcom work? How does Dot work? You know what I'm saying? We had to figure that out about each other. So in February 2019, if you can remember that, we ran our first Black History Month sale. Okay, we made a little over 17K that month, right? Now, while that was great because it felt like, finally making some money, we were completely drained and fed up with each other, like 100%, okay? And the reason why is because we were overwhelmed by the volume of orders as it was our first real sales campaign. But the major issue was that we had no real system, okay? We had nobody just kind of knew what it fit. We were just doing stuff. And as a result, we were like legit going crazy. If you saw like our faces that first sale, we would just say, yo, what is happening right now? Okay. So, and if you remember that year, the next month, that March 2019, what happened? That was show 50 and we left initially because we were just tired. We were like legit burnt out. We didn't really know how to communicate it with each other. We were just like, we needed to miss each other, right? So that's some of the reasons why we stopped, like just looking back in hindsight. So this is where a lot of family businesses die. Okay, so without a clear picture of who everyone is and how everyone likes to work, there will be chaos. So soon after, like, we came back and everything, but my pops came across a special tool that helped us learn about ourselves and each other, right? It was the DISC assessment, and DISC stands for dominance, influence, steadiness, and compliance. Okay, those are like the main four character traits that everybody like generally falls in. All right. So this assessment was provided by Eric Thomas, and if you know him, he is the number one motivational speakers, and his company Extreme Execution. Now, if you've probably seen him some of his videos before, wanting success as bad as you want to breathe. That's him. All right. So his company, they kind of remixed the DISC assessment into their flight assessment. So they changed the D for dominance into the pilot, the I for influence into the flight attendant, the S for steadiness into the ground crew, and the compliance for the air traffic control. Now, the idea around this is like the plane being the business, right? So the pilot's job is for the plane to get from one place to the other. The flight attendant is to make sure everybody on the plane is comfortable, everybody, feels, welcome and warm and things like that. Grounds crew has to clean up the pieces. They have to make sure everything is where it needs to be and everybody is supported. Okay, compliance, the air traffic controller, that person has to make sure that we're going in the right direction and we're following the rules to get to that destination. Okay, so just kind of put those in your head. Right, so this assessment showed us what our natural strengths and working styles were and how we were stepping on each other's toes by not truly understanding each other. So prior to us doing this, my pops, if you know him, if you watched him on this podcast, very strong personality. He is just, he's out there, and I'm like, especially when we first started, way more reserved, right? Way more reserved. And he was really trying to push me to be like him, but naturally, that's just not how I am. That's just not how I operate. I'm out there more now. Like, look, I'm going live, by myself, like, but when we first started, that was not my style. And we butted heads on that because he needed me to be more out there, and that just wasn't me. He was trying to get me to do, customer service, and, that, again, was not me. But Mama Dot, very friendly, very personable, very just out there going. So why isn't she the one dealing with customer service needs? Why isn't she the one doing this? I like to have stuff organized, right? So why aren't I dealing with the technical behind the scenes stuff, right? That he thinks, like I always joke, he thinks he's Steve Jobs. He's the one that is trying to get us from one place to another in our business. So that is more for him, right? The rules and the technicalities, he don't care about none of that stuff. He's trying to get the plane from one place to the other. So we've really figured out where our strengths lied. It was like just reaffirming. Like, we knew these things about each other, but to see it on paper, we're like, whoa. So here's an example of my assessment. Like I said, I scored really high on the air traffic controller because that's just where I was. On the flight attendant, which is the I for influence. These people are personable. They are extroverted. Look how low I scored in it. Like, nobody was surprised when we got our stuff back. My pops in the pilot, he scored like a 99. I lie to you not. I wish I had a picture for you. He scored like a 99 in the pilot and like a 5 in the air traffic controller. He don't want to follow no rules. Just go. Right? And it was really eye-opening to see. So what I'm going to do for you guys is it's in the description below, but I want to give you guys a quick downloadable that you can have in, so you can use with your family members. Oops. So you can use that with your family members, and it doesn't give you the the actual official assessment, but it'll it's something that you guys can start with. So transformation, right? So our communication and thus and our business transformed. We began operating like we were a team bigger than 3 people because everybody just kind of knew where they fit. We had more clearer and defined roles and did tasks that were more aligned with who we were naturally. Like I said, Mama Dot, she handles she handles communications with everybody. Dot is the idea guy. I am the one making sure the website works. I'm the one making sure the stream and stuff. I'm the one kind of getting the technological stuff right. And we had less big disagreements. Now I have the word big bolded here because you're always gonna have disagreements. You never, nothing's ever perfect. You're never gonna agree on everything, but understanding each other, it leaves more room to kind of see each other from different perspectives. And this works for couples as well. I just want to put that out there. So to deepen my understanding and to be able to guide others effectively, me and my dad, we pursued and achieved certification as extreme execution coaches. So this training equipped me with the tools and methodologies to help other families and businesses understand their own unique dynamics and how to leverage them for success. Okay. So as I said before, I'm gonna go back. As I said before, if you click the link that I provided in the chat, you guys can download the something going over the disc assessment, and it can help you right now with communication tips based on different styles and where you kind of fit. So, secret 2, the one-click audience builder. All right, how to effortlessly attract a large audience with just a few hours each week using advanced AI. Think you're gonna like this one. So, the chicken or the egg? I ask everybody this when it comes to building an audience. Okay, so do you need money to build an audience, or do you need an audience to make money? You can answer that to yourselves. You can put it in the chat. Let me know. Let me know. So, the cycle of low sales. Most small businesses find themselves in a catch 22. Okay. They need sales to grow, but they can't generate enough sales without an audience. So, this creates a vicious cycle where the business is unable to actually break out. So, here's some audience builders that I always recommend, especially if you have an online business. So, blogs, podcasts, love podcasts, YouTube channels, social media, books, newsletters as well. Those all are some ways that you can monetize your audience as well. So here's some different platforms. You have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, aka X or X, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn. There's more. It's Pinterest you can use. But you have to choose a platform based on your business's ideal customer. Okay, so if you are dealing with if you have a just baby clothes or something like that, you wouldn't be on LinkedIn because LinkedIn is usually for professionals, business to business kind of interactions. Maybe TikTok because there's a lot of young people on TikTok and stuff like that, and that's who you want to attract. So you have to understand who you are looking for, and then you have to gauge your what platforms you use based on that. So there's a question that we asked ourselves: that how can you be everywhere and still run a business? Okay. If you listen to a lot of these people, a lot of the experts, they want you to be everywhere at all times. And they're just like, yo, when do I ever work on the actual business, right? If I'm always posting, if I'm always scrolling, if I'm always talking with people through social media, it gets to be a lot. Okay. Like it's literally, and there's all new social media platforms popping up all the time. It's different tactics and stuff like that. It gets to be a lot. And sometimes you might think, like I can hire somebody, but that's expensive in itself. That can be really, really expensive. All right. So as a small family business, our team and our budget was limited, right? So we needed to grow our online presence, but couldn't afford to, right? So hiring video editors, social media managers, and marketing, it can all get expensive, right? But then we discovered a set of AI tools through YouTube University. YouTube Scholar, that helped us manage our digital marketing. Right? So let me show you guys right now how to create 30 to 40 days worth of content in a few hours a week. Okay? So let me switch to something for you guys so I can show y'all how to do this. Okay. So this is what you're going to do. Take notes. Take notes. I'm going to show you exactly what I would do, right? So I will go to Chat GPT, right? So chat.openai.com, right? It's free. I will put in this exact prompt, okay, based on what your business is. So it says generate a list of 50 interview questions tailored for, and you can put whatever your business is, right? I just picked something random, plant-based physical trainers who want to record short videos on platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. These questions should be diverse, covering topics such as personal growth, industry topics, daily routines, and motivational stories designed to provoke thoughtful responses and engage a wide audience. Screenshot this if you want. Take this exact prompt, you put it in Chat GPT, okay? You hit click, and it's gonna do its thing. Look how fast it is going. It's creating 50 questions, okay? Not like it's happening in real time. You guys are seeing it in real time. I'm not doing anything, okay? So it's creating questions. Now, what you're gonna do with these questions, okay? You're gonna take your camera, your webcam, like I'm doing here, your phone, and you're going to take every one of these questions. Sometimes you might edit them, but you're gonna take every one of these questions. You're gonna read the question out loud. Okay, you're gonna look in the camera and answer the question as if somebody was interviewing you. Okay, so here is question number 6. This is question number 6. I just picked a random one. How do you stay motivated to maintain your fitness routine, and how does your plant-based diet contribute to that motivation? If I was a plant-based physical trainer, I would be able to answer this, okay? And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take that video of you answering these 50 questions. Look how fast I did that. You're gonna take a video of you answering these 50 questions. You're gonna go to opus.pro, OPUS.pro, okay? And then you're gonna sign up. You're gonna sign up with you can use their free plan, and you can use their starter plan. I say use their free plan, right? Say if you're just trying to save some money, use their free plan, okay? You're gonna put that entire video in here, okay? And then what it is gonna do, it is going to spit out, and I'm gonna show you what I mean. It's gonna spit out your video into clips. Now this is just clips from our podcast. It did this on its own, okay? It created the captions. It created everything on its own. I didn't touch it. It's all AI, okay? And then what you can do, if you have Opus, what you can do straight from here, you can go to calendar and legit post those clips after you edit them up, right? You can legit post them clips on your YouTube, your TikTok, your Instagram, your Facebook, or your Twitter. It's all right here. Right? So think about how many hours of work this cuts down for you. Okay. Now, if you don't want to use Opus, you can go to vidyo.ai. It is the same process. Okay. I'm going to the pricing for you guys as well. Say you can start off for free, get 75 minutes per month. Start it for free, or $14 a month. Okay. But it's all here, and it is the same process. Okay. Here is a clip. Here is some clips from our episode a few weeks ago. Right. You can go in, edit the captions, edit the color of the captions. It's all there. That is all you have to do. And then if you don't have Opus and you don't want to sit there and publish and post everything, on your phone one by one, you can go to later.com and schedule all your posts out for an entire month. Just like that. That's simple. Okay? So you don't have to be an expert in editing. You don't have to be an expert in video design. You don't have to be an expert in social media. It is all here for you. It is like, I don't want to say it's goof proof, but it's goof proof. Okay. Okay. So you guys, do we got that? We good? We good. So like I said, Chat GPT, you record on your phone. All right. Um, you can put the entire clip into Opus clip. So that's Opus, OPUS.pro, or video, VIDYO.ai. And then you create a month's worth of content, right? And you can schedule it out either in Opus or in later.com. You have a month or months or more worth of content right there for you. Okay. So secret number 3, okay, the profit pathway, how to turn your audience into revenue with digital, physical products and services. All right, so let's keep going. So let's talk. We're talking about monetizing now. We're talking, and this whole masterclass was about building your family business to 6 figures, right? So let's talk math, right? So 6-figure business math, right? This is the old way. To make 100 in a year, you need to make about 8,400 a month. I rounded up a little bit, okay? Which is about 2,100 a week, which is about $300 a day. Now, is this possible? Very possible, okay? But is it easy for somebody who has never created any business online? Probably not, okay? I've seen so many business Instagram gurus and experts give this exact same spiel, but they make it seem like it is very simple for people who have never created a business or who have never created that level of business. And the reason why I say this is kind of the old way, because I think it psychologically psychs people out as well, right? Making money every day for a year can be tough, right? So it's May 1st, and what if you don't make money today? What if you don't make money tomorrow? That can get, you might psych yourself out like, I'm done for the year already, right? So I am proposing a new way to kind of go about it, right? 1,000 true fans, which I say this is the new way, the new 6-figure business math, okay? So this concept was created by writer Kevin Kelly, who says that artists and creatives, and I would say business owners as well, would be able to make a living off of their work if they have 1,000 true fans. Okay, follow me. Now, these are fans that will listen, read, and buy everything you create because they are so invested in your brand. So think, if you have 1,000 people spend $100 with you over the course of a year, it's $100,000. That's 6 figures that you hit your goal, right? And it goes back into what we just learned, what I just showed you, okay? So with those AI tools and how you can shorten down your workload and actually double your output because, you have these AI tools automating your work, do you think now gaining an audience of 1,000 people is actually doable now, right? Rather than trying to make $300 every single day for the year. I think, I don't want to speak for you. Let me know in the chat. Let me know. But I think this is an easier way of going about it because it stresses the idea of building an audience, which is twofold, right? So it's not just, getting sales and making $300 a day, but it's actually building an audience that really rocks with you, okay? And that is more valuable than a lot, okay? So what to sell? So you have physical products, right? You have apparel and merch. You guys know we sell merch. You have books. You have homemade goods, fitness products, beauty products, food, tech gadgets, right? Or you have digital products like ebooks, digital guides, courses, workshops, subscription services, software, apps, audio products, memberships, virtual events. And then you also have services, which I have like an asterisk near it for a reason, and I'll let you know. But that is like cleaning services, car wash, detailing, plumbing, exterminating, catering, party planning, landscaping. And the reason why I have an asterisk next to services is because with services, you're kind of you're kind of bound by your location, like where you're at, right? Like you can't, if you're in New York, you can't go to somebody's house in Ohio to clean it for them or to cut their grass, right? However, you can use these, still, you can use these frameworks to build up your clientele, you build up your customer base, right? So still creating content. If you are an exterminator, you can create content on things like, what to look out for or questions to ask when so you're building up your authority. So people in your area can see you and go, and you can be top of mind in a certain area, right? So that's why I still have services here because those are important. And that is a great way to build a great business. So the next logical step. So as our audience grew, we faced a new challenge. Okay, how to convert this growing engagement into sustainable revenue. Okay, we knew we had loyal listeners and followers, but transforming that loyalty into financial support was a big step. So our breakthrough came when we realized that our audience was not just interested in consuming content, but they wanted to be a part of our journey as well. Okay, so this insight led us into think beyond traditional advertising revenues, right? Not just making money off of YouTube, but actually creating our own products. So first we started small. Okay, well, first with branded clothing. I don't know. Our first shirts were just black, and it just said hashtag Urban Excellence, right? So it was clothing that our podcast listeners could wear as a badge of their loyalty. Okay, and the response was overwhelming, right? And we soon expanded into books. My book, planners, right? Each that tailored to the needs and interests of our audience, right? Our clothing line became a symbol of our brand. Our books extended our educational reach, and our planners helped our listeners implement the strategies that we discussed on the podcast, right? So each product not only served the need, but built a deeper community connection. So mailbox money, kinda, right? So the term mailbox money is kind of an old term, but it's the idea of like, passive income, right? You doing something once and making money off of it forever. And I get it, right? So with multiple products successfully making six figures on their own, the next step was to offer something even more valuable. And that was a membership subscription, like our Urban X membership. And it wasn't just about content, but it was about creating an exclusive community dedicated for our most dedicated, created for our most dedicated followers. So the membership offered more personalized content, direct access to us via live sessions. We did a UX 90 where we went live with our members for 90 straight days, including the weekends, every morning. Now we go live with our members every Sunday. Okay, exclusive members only bonuses, right? Just content just for members. We have something dropping soon. Me and my dad talked about it today. And it quickly became a cornerstone of our monetization strategy. It turned listeners into long-term contributors in our ecosystem, right? So the key to our financial success was recognizing that our audience wanted to invest in us just as much as we wanted to invest in them, right? So by diversifying our product lines and creating a membership, it not only increased our revenue, but it also solidified loyalty and support of our community. Okay, so let's recap before we get to some questions. And thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. So, secret one, understanding family dynamics. So, we leverage the DISC assessment to better understand and utilize diverse skills and behaviors within the family team. Takeaway, right? So, recognizing each member's unique contribution leads to improved teamwork and enhances business productivity, right? And remember, like I said, I have that free download in the description for you guys, and it's actually in the chat as well. Secret two, leveraging AI for audience growth. So I went through some AI tools that help automate audience growth, saving time and expanding our online presence. And takeaway, the automation allows small teams to achieve large scale impacts, right? By focusing efforts on strategic business growth rather than repetitive tasks. And secret 3, monetizing your engaged audience. So this builds upon the back of secret 2, which is gaining that audience. But we explored various monetization strategies involving both physical and digital products to generate multiple revenue streams. So, and the takeaway here is diversifying your product offerings and adapting sales strategies to your audience preferences ensures sustainable business revenue. Okay? So, my challenge to you, everybody that's on here, everybody that will watch this later, is to actually take what you've learned here and actually create something for you and your family. I showed you free resources and I've provided you free resources through these downloads to you so you can actually put something together and actually get to work. Okay. You can use those AI software. There's a lot more. I just wanted to show you how simple it can be and how much of an excuse you don't have when it comes to you actually creating some content and putting it out there so you can get an audience. You have zero excuse now. It's all right there for you. You don't even have to really think about it anymore. It's all there. Okay. So that is my challenge to everybody that is on here. Okay. Now, for the few serious people who want to like really get this thing going, I have created something for you guys. Okay? So now imagine if you can harness 8 years of my experience of running a successful online business with my family, amassing nearly $1 million in revenue, and skip right past all of the mistakes we made, right? And what if you can start your journey of not just aiming for success, but being guided towards it every step of the way? Okay. How valuable would it be to have a roadmap that's tested and refined through real world experience, right? You see us every week. You see us running businesses. You get out emails from us. You see it. Okay. So imagine the time, the cost, and the frustration you could save by learning from somebody who's actually lived through it and is currently living it. So that's exactly what I created. I didn't just want to create another course because I don't know if you guys know this, but only I think 2% of courses actually get completed, right? And people, you buy them when you're motivated and you never touch it again. But this is the most comprehensive program that I've ever offered, designed to help you propel you and your family towards building an actual 6-figure business. Okay. So you'll get access to strategies that have been proven effective, support from a community of like-minded entrepreneurs like yourself, continuous updates to keep you on the cutting edge of the industry. All right. So think about how much faster you can reach your goals if you're not just following a path, but being actively guided down by somebody who's already reached the destination. I showed you guys the numbers, not to brag. Again, not to brag because it's not been easy, but I showed you guys that we know what we're talking about. We know what we're doing. Okay. And I want to, and the reason why I created this as well is because I wanted to, I bet I was careful with not trying to be like everything else on the internet, being like every other guru, every other grifter and scammer that's out there, because that's not what we're trying to do. We're actually trying to help. Okay. So I just want you to kind of think about that, to yourself, like how much would that be worth to you? Okay. So here's what you'll be getting. I created a membership. Okay. You'll be getting over the core curriculum, which is over 10 and a half hours of in-depth course materials on everything to help you build your online business. Everything that we've done, everything. Writing a book, creating your own membership, everything is in there, right? Live Q&A sessions, okay? And it's not monthly, it's actually weekly live Q&A sessions to help get your questions answered from the experience and get help from other members as well. Monthly masterclasses, like a new topic every month will be added to the membership. I have mindset training in there that delves deep into success-driven mindset, and it goes deep into the DISC assessment as well. You have access to the community and ongoing updates. Okay. Now, this is what it is worth, the total value, right? I can literally, if I wanted to be like everybody else, I could try to sell a 12-week coaching package for $10,000. I've done it actually, and but that does not help me reach my actual goal, which is to help 1,000 Black families make 100,000 or more. Okay, it doesn't do anything. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, I promise you, I truly don't. Okay, and the reason why, like I said, is I want to be able to help help other families put in $100 million back into their family, with with family being the foundation to it all. Okay, so, and why did I choose a membership? So, in today's world, right, information alone isn't just enough to guarantee success, right? So with a membership, I wanted to create something else. I wanted to create a thriving community. If you see our podcast on the Urban X podcast, we have commercials from people who are within our community. And then after they're done advertising with us, we put their business up on urbanx.nyc as a resource for other people to want to do business, to do business with those small businesses as well. Okay, we are big on trying to build our own community. If you know UrbanX, you know Dot, you know me. We don't like asking for outside help. We have no outside investors. Everything comes from our community, and we try to pour it back into our community as much as we possibly can. Okay, so with a membership, you get continuous coaching and support, plus accountability, which is very, very helpful. You are in a community with like-minded entrepreneurs and family business members. So, and this whole entrepreneurial journey, it can get lonely, but when you are with people, excuse me, when you are with people who are going through the same thing, who have their experiences that you can kind of jump off of as well, it really doesn't help. It really helps you feel like you're not alone in this. And empowerment to graduate. What does that mean? It means that once you feel like you've gotten enough out of the community, out of the membership, cancel. Right? I'm not trying to have you pay $10,000 and then you feel like you didn't get nothing out of it because you just didn't. Right? I want you to feel like you've gotten your money's worth. I want you to feel like once you've gotten your money's worth, you can go and actually go out and actually do something. Okay, I don't want to keep you handcuffed to me forever. I want you to actually go out and do something. Okay, so the six-figure family membership, this is what it looks like. I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like in a little bit. But like I said, you get access to a library of over 10 and a half hours of courses you can take at your own pace, weekly live Q&As, access to a private community, access to a private podcast. Now, this podcast is only going to be audio only, but it's going to be a podcast where I go through what I'm currently doing in my family business that can help you, give you insight, what's working, what's not, different strategies that we're trying, so you can use within your own family business as well. New monthly masterclasses, as I said, that will be very topic specific. So it might be a monthly class strictly on AI, a monthly class strictly on email marketing, a monthly class strictly on podcast, like just stuff like that. Okay. And it'll only be $97 a month, not the $10,000 that you saw. $97 a month, and you get 7 days to go in and test it out, see if you like it, see if it's worth it to you, and then if not, cancel. No hard feelings. You see, we here. But if you are willing to actually do the work, actually try to create something with you and your loved ones, I think this is an amazing opportunity for you. Okay, and I'm open for questions. Let me know if you have any questions for me. Also, I'm gonna actually show you guys what the inside of the membership looks like as well. So this is the membership. You have different categories of different things. I even added the Urban Excellence ebook, plus the interviews that I did to complete the book as well. So that's in there. And then you have access to, like I said, the private podcast. It's a lot of content in here. Lots of content that you guys can go through. The Excellence Mindset series that we go through. I go through, like I said, the DISC assessment, natural and adaptive. I go through a lot of different things. Go through email marketing, sales funnels, analytics, data, automation, paid advertising. Go through a lot. Okay, so let me go back to Q&A. So somebody asked a question. The meetings will be weekly. So can I put that up? Yeah. So like I said, the meetings will be weekly. What if you have a teenager who's not motivated about the business? So, what I would say is, because like as I said before, when we started, me, Marcus, Odyssey, Eli, we were not motivated by business at all. We just kind of were like, not interested. But I think what you can do is, what I always feel, you can always show by example. So if you are interested in, actually building something with your family, right? If that is you, then I say that you create something to where it can be undeniable that you're not just hobbying around. The reason why a lot of people don't take stuff serious, or they don't take you serious, is because they don't see you actually doing anything, right? So that's why hold on. So I put a link to the membership if you would like to join as well. That is at the chat, and it is in the description as well. So the reason why a lot of people don't take stuff serious, right? If you say you want to get in shape, if you say you want to write a book, if you say you want to do anything, that is because if I'm as your son, right, and I see you're actually not really serious about it, I'm not gonna take it serious. And the only way I feel like you can truly get support from your family is to actually show proof, right? Show proof that you're serious about what you're doing. So an example I'll give, my mom, she saw me write my book. She saw me go to my dad's to do the podcast for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years straight, right? She was, supportive, took it serious and stuff like that. But until she came to my book signing, when she saw everything there, like, yo, and she saw complete strangers come and want to meet me and want to get my book signed, that's when she said, wow, okay, like this is serious. You know what I'm saying? Like this is real. Not and not that she didn't support me, but to actually see it. So if you're just hobbying around, people around you are not gonna take it serious either. You know what I mean? Oh, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Somebody says you take it too serious. But okay, so he'll again, if even if your son is not into it, I still say show and prove. I still say make sure you are putting forth your best effort of showing that you can create something. All right. Nazim, no question. I honestly want to thank you for picking up the mantle. No, thank you for being. Thank you everybody for being here. I truly appreciate it. Truly appreciate it. I think for the Black Family Business Show, I think I'm gonna start going live every week. Actually, like I said, I'm more comfortable going live than I am pre-recording the show. So, somebody said, let me actually put this question up. Oops. What if you don't have any merchandise to sell or know what to sell? Can you still make money? Absolutely. Like I just showed you a bunch of different options you can use to sell money. You can sell information. You can sell your expertise. You can sell your physical labor. You can sell a lot of different things. It doesn't just have to be a typical something that you see online, I would say. Any other questions? And I'm gonna keep this video up so you can kind of just go back to it if you need ideas on what to sell. There's a bunch of different things you can sell. This planner was literally, you can see it. This planner was literally original, like it was like sketches on paper that we just kind of put together, and then it became something real. So it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be difficult. It can be something as simple as a planner, right? It can be something as simple as a deck of cards, for couples, right? That you have affirmations on them or something like that. That it can really be very. It doesn't have to be difficult. Ascending Infinite Goddess. Any suggestions for people who may be struggling with limiting beliefs where they don't have a major support system? I struggle with limiting beliefs all the time. I'll be completely honest with you. But that can't come from any outside places. That has to come from like within. And my pops, he gets on me all the time because sometimes I would have amazing ideas. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm doing, but at times like I just like doubt myself. Like, yo, what if that doesn't work, or what if I need to do this? And I overthink myself into doubt, right? So the suggestion I have, one, I say write it out, get that out, because sometimes it has to come from somewhere. And the other thing I would say is to you have to outwork it out. You have to kind of um um make it to where it's like unreasonable for you to even doubt yourself at this point because you've done the actual work. Sometimes we doubt ourselves because we know stuff deep down we're not doing everything we need to be doing, right? We're not taking every step of like we're not taking every direct step that needs to be taken for this to actually work out. And that's why I feel like a lot of people kind of self doubt. And then the support system and going that again, that goes back to the first question where you have to show improve. It, a lot of doubt, a lot of the support, and it comes from proof. You need to gain the proof for yourself. Somebody asked another question. Put this up. Question. What about comprehending and navigating paperwork processes like LLC, corporation filings, choosing a business relevant attorney, except for novices? Thanks for your work. Now, here's the thing. I'm not a lawyer. I don't give legal advice. I don't want to get anybody completely jammed up. That is not my field of expertise. I will always say try to get with somebody who is an expert in that because I don't want to get you jammed up. However, this is what I will say too. I will also say that some of these things like business relevant attorney and stuff like that is very early for somebody who doesn't have anything, right? They don't have a product. They don't have anybody that they selling to. They don't have a website. They don't have anything, but they worried about business cards. They worried about all of these things, right? So I would say definitely get with somebody. You can go to LegalZoom.com. That's what we use. We talk to the professionals on LegalZoom. They help us out a lot. I'm sure there's somebody within the community that can help. Just make sure they're vetted. You don't want to get scammed, right? Right. But also do the thing, right? Like whatever the business is, like get that motion going first before you're thinking about an attorney and stuff like that, because that is a real fancy way of procrastinating, and a lot of people do it. Next question. Outside of vendor license, right? Assuming that you even need that much, what would you need to sell handmade art off of Instagram? What would you need to sell handmade art off Instagram, direct to consumer, and super small scale? Are we still talking? Are we still taking taxes in mind? So again, not a tax expert. Don't don't want to get you jammed up. We just paid our taxes, so I don't want to get you jammed up. But I would say I believe it. I don't think you need a vendor license to sell stuff on like Instagram or stuff like that. To what would you need? You would just need a I believe to sell things online, you would just need a website so you can process orders, right? So get a Stripe account, PayPal account, a business bank account. You would need that, so you can kind of be able to actually get money, take money, and things like that. Taxes again. Talk to a tax expert. I don't want to. I get nervous. You know what I mean? I don't need pocket watcher JT on me. Question: what to emphasize while managing working relationships with family? I've always kept business and family separate, but I think it could change. Again, I say communication is what to emphasize, because a lot of times we take we blend the relationships a little too much, right? When it comes to family business. So sometimes a personal argument, a personal disagreement can blend into the business, right? My pops jokes about when him and mom and dad would get into it, she wouldn't send books out. And he was just like, yo, these people who ordered books, like they ain't do nothing, right? They still need their books. So you want to be able to make sure communication is paramount, right? So we have actually a free ebook that I'm going to actually put in the chat for you guys, and we go into a lot of the 12 core principles to starting a family business. And communication is really one of the main things, because a lot of times we take it personal when we feel like we're giving 100, the other person's not giving 100, where, or it's supposed to be 50-50 and something like that, and we can kind of try to get into that, but my pop says it's not 50-50, it's 100-100 from everybody. So we have to make sure we are communicating our needs. We're not letting things stew. I used to have a problem with that. I used to just kind of sit on things for way too long, and then it just come out. But you can't do that when dealing with family and dealing with business, because things left unsaid, it doesn't really work out. And what else? Any other questions before I get up out of here? We did an hour, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Nice. Thank you guys again for joining me tonight. Um, I'm yeah, I spoke to my pops on Sunday. I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna just, because I was just gonna do this training again, like within, for the people who are on the Black Family Biz email list. But then I said, no, I'm gonna do this on YouTube. I'm gonna just go for it. You feel me? I'm gonna just do this. You know what I mean? Another question: what are your suggestions for personalized merch T-shirt sites? So we actually have that stuff in the actual membership, like all those websites. Mama Dad did the full course. She showed you where we get our stuff, how we do our stuff, and then I'll go more in depth into that, because it's a lot. I'll go more in depth into that during the Q&A session, and I'll give you some websites and stuff that we use for that process. Okay. But guys, with that being said, again, I appreciate you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Thank you for the super chats. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for everybody who has joined me, who asked the question. Um, Somebody said, how do you split profits? Oh, that's a good question. That is a good question. I'll put that up here. So how do you split that is entirely dependent upon you. Okay, I can't tell you how to run your family business. I can't tell you how to split profits, but what I will say is don't take profits out too early. You need to invest some back into the business, and that can be back into advertising, that can be back into inventory, and this is where a lot of businesses falter. Not just family businesses, not just small businesses. A lot of big businesses, they put a lot of money, or they take a lot of their profits out without actually putting anything back in. You want to put some money back into your business so you can actually grow it. So one of the ways that you can, places that you can put it back into, is paid advertising. Okay, so that is a faster way to gain an audience. It can get expensive, but you can get way more people to see the stuff that you offer. So don't just think about splitting profits yet, but but you can work that out amongst yourselves, and you can, based on responsibilities, based on who actually needs more. Like if you're working a full-time job and your son isn't working a full-time, the business is all he has, it'll probably be fair to let him get some, make more of the profits, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? So just kind of go through that, and every story is different. Like everything is different. For the first, I think, couple years of our business, mom and dad worked a full-time job, right? So we were able to kind of put way more money back into the business because she was good. I was working a full-time job when we first started as well. Like I wasn't like really I wasn't really pressed. Like I was good. So every situation is different. Everything, every situation changes. So just kind of think about that. All right. All right. So now, with that being said, I will see you guys later. I'll see you guys later. Me and Pops got something coming, got something cooking, and peace. Visit blackfamilybiz.com. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on the Twitters, all that stuff. And I'll see you guys. Peace.